Hello and welcome to Own It Magazine. My name is Marisa Budorn and I am your editor-in-chief. And I am so excited to have with me here in the Dominican Republic, Miss Kimily Thompson. She is the author of From Craft to Christ, and she is here in support of her good friend and Pastor Durain. And that's how you and I, we kind of met through Pastor Durain and really connected. Such a sweetheart. Looking forward to, we're getting ready to work on a book project for her, an extended version of what she shared from Crack to Christ. And so, Kimily, I want to take this in the stage and you own it. So I don't want to take up too much. I want to go into to you what, because many people are a little hesitant in publishing, sharing their story, being transparent. What made you decide to go ahead and share your story?
Actually, I was doing a testimony for Jesus in Washington at the monument. And that evening, I was leaving to go home. And my daughter was the one who told me. She was about 13. Mm-hmm. And she told me that my story was interesting. And she asked me, Mom, you should write a book. And I told her, I don't have a name for it. And she said, From Crack to Christ. And that's it.
Oh, wow. You're a 13-year-old.
My 13-year-old.
What's beautiful about young people is that in most cases, they don't have the restraint that sometimes when we get older, we feel like we start beginning to think about, if I share this, what would somebody think about me? But she was still young enough to say, we don't care about that. We care about the importance of getting that story out and how it would be this interesting one and how it can be really a blessing to other people. And so here's the book. We got it right here. So I just want to hold it up so you can really see it. And so talk to us about the journey. Like, you don't have to go in too deep, but share a little bit about the journey on the successful side. What kept you resilient to press through to actually get to Christ? Let go.
In getting to the book, I got saved. Once I got saved, then I began to tell my story. And then that's how the Crack to Christ got. But I wasn't telling my story until I received Christ in my life. And that was on Sunday morning in the incident. And once the incident delivered me from my drugs, then I began to push forward into get to tell my story. You can be free from drugs, and it can happen immediately if you have Christ. And that's how.
It gets you, it puts super on your natural. It causes you to do supernatural. I love the word of God where it says, with man, this is impossible, but with God, all things are possible. And this is one story that really drives that home, that testimony that says that you can be victorious no matter what situations look like or feel like. And so you're here with us in the Dominican Republic. You're here at Own It Acts, and you're excited. You're here in support, but we're also here in celebration of you. You have the honoree of the Women Influencing Women, Walking in Authority. And in order for you to be authentic, in order for you to write such a book like this, it takes you walking in authority. So that gives you the power to walk in authenticity, right? Because without the power, you're not going to be authentic. You're going to be more of a mask. I got to play the game, and the authority is that strength that gives us the ability to walk in confidence in our authenticity. And then, because we are confident like that, we're not succumbing or conforming. Now we have the power to influence. We have the power and the ability to help other people, other women, even men. Because I remember when I first started this journey that I was told by a coach, you have to pick, which gender that you want to really work with. And that was not the case for me. The case for me was I touched men and women. And the minute I started to, listen to the coach and say, okay, well, you're the coach. So I'm expecting you to be the expert. The minute I made the announcement to say, oh, I'm going to be working with women, the men were like, what? Oh, no, what the? Because it's about personality. It's about experience. It's about testimony. And when that testimony, it does not have a gender assignment. It has a person assignment. Do I resonate with that individual to be an overcomer? Do I resonate with that person's story to, be resilient? And so it took me to a place where I said, well, I love coaches. I respect them. I know they have something to offer, but I have to go with what God says, right? So at the end of the day, what God says. And so I did just that. And so this book really speaks to both genders, from crack to Christ, because I don't think that drugs have a gender assignment. They are hitting everybody. And so you are here for the Own It Acts. We are celebrating and honoring you because it takes a lot of courage to really share your story, and to not be concerned about anything that anyone else said, but to be more concerned about who it's going to bless. Who is going to bless. And so, Kimily, such a sweet spirit. If you can't pick up the energy of her sweetness, okay, and just her interview and just her presence, she is such a sweetheart. You just would never know that you have gone through any of this, because when you show up in life and present, you just have so much joy, right? There's so much joy, so much peace. And I just like to suck it up. I come and a lot of times people want to suck up my energy, but I just am so thankful to share the air with you, to share space with you, because you are so beautiful, my sister. All I could see from the time I laid eyes on you, from the time you got here, was your beauty. And I love to admire it. I love to look at you, my sister, and just see how beautiful and how stunning you are. And so I gotta go over my sister. Oh, wait a minute, we don't win. 7 is perfection. So listen, Kimily, what do you have to say? How can people get in touch with you? How can they stay connected with you? How can they do that?
Well, you can go on Amazon to purchase my book, either off the house at home. You can purchase my book, and that's how you can stay in touch with me. And in my book, I have information in there to get in touch with me.
All right, perfect. Well, we love you so very much. Be blessed. We're out. Take care.